Yeah, so we mentioned, obviously you were there on the night when Volkov beat Fabricio Verdum. That was a huge win for him. In the same way that this could be a huge win on the global scale for you. First fully ranked opponent. He's one of the taller guys in the sport in general, in the heavyweight division. I remember he fought Stefan Struve years ago, and that was like the battle of the giants. What are some of the parts of his game that really impress you as a fighter?
Mate, do you know anyone in the top 5, top 10? They don't really have many holes in the game. Like, everyone's good. And obviously the fact that he's 6'7", well, he's very tall, but people are like forgetting how tall. Like, he's only 2 inches taller than me. Like, if you get 2 lightweights and one's 5'9" and one's 5'11", there's not like a big thing like, oh, he's really tall. Like, but I've got really tall sparring partners in. Yeah. I'm going to Holland next week to train with a few tall guys and stuff. And he's good, mate. You can't say oh, Volkov's bad here, because he's not. He's good everywhere. So I'm completely aware of what challenge I've got in 5 weeks' time, and I've just got to be ready for everything because he's good.
Yeah. And then you mentioned you're training here. Mike Grundy as well. He's competing on the card. Massive fight for him. Makwan Amirkhani. The level of talent in the UK is absolutely crazy, isn't it? I think a lot of people thought that Arnold Allen was going to main event against Dan Hooker on this card. Do you remember, well, obviously you are going to remember because it's very recent, what was that exact moment like when you found out, and how easy was it to say yeah? Because you are quite a calculated guy, aren't you? I'm sure that it wasn't just an instant thing.
Well, to be honest, I didn't think I was going to main event. I didn't think I'm a big enough draw to main event. Obviously, that's why they switched the opponent and put Volkov in there, because he is a big draw. Yeah. I'm not. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, I'm the biggest draw in the world, because I know I'm not yet. I'm building at the moment. And when I found out, I was about to go to bed actually, and my coach texted me, told me about it, that they want to do it, and I was just like, yeah. Well, they offered me that, and I said, like, what's the circumstances with it? They offered me a new contract, a contract that I'm really, really happy with. Spoke to my dad about it. He's happy with it. Bit of negotiations, and yeah, here we are. Mate, this is my dream. Do you know what I mean? This is my dream, so of course I'm happy with it.
I'm buzzing for you, man. I'm buzzing for you representing Everton on the big stage like that. You've more than been doing your promotion for it. I've seen that they've been doing on your Instagram. They've been doing a tour of your hometown. How's that been, man? That must be crazy for you, because I've mentioned this before from my perspective. Has there ever been like a HBO 24/7, that sort of thing in our hometown? That's crazy, isn't it?
I don't think there has. I'll be honest, it's a little bit uncomfortable walking around Allerton with like big cameras in your face and that. I'm just like, oh, what's going on? Everyone like driving past, like looking, who's that?
Yeah.
But I think the UFC they've been 3 times, and they're coming back next week, so they've been like 4 times.
Because they were coming before you.
Yeah, before. Yeah.
Event.
I think John Gooden.
Yeah.
I think he wants to move in. He just loves it. Yeah, no, he doesn't really. There's not a lot to love, but yeah, it's bizarre. It is a bit bizarre, to be honest. But cool, you know what? It's something that I always expected it. I know that sounds like a bit big-headed and stuff, but I don't know. I got big aspirations, so I was always like, this is what's going to happen. I've been seeing this in my mind for a long time, and now it's like coming to fruition, I guess.
I mean, we talked about the fact that the O2 for you anyway was a massive goal for you. Now to main event that, how much have you visualised those arenas? Because I've watched you fight in the exhibition centre in Liverpool when you was at Cage Warriors. It's going to be a completely different scenario, this, isn't it? Have you spoke to Till about what that's like? He's obviously headlined there before. He's headlined in his hometown here in Liverpool as well. Yeah,
of course. I spoke to everyone. I spoke to Bisping, spoke to Till, anyone who's headlined. I've spoke to them, but no advice beats experience, does it? Do you know what I mean? It's like you've got to do it to feel it. Volkov's felt it. I've not. He's got an advantage over me in that department. But like I say, I've envisioned this shit for a long time. So. This is like, it's not going to take me by surprise, mate. I love this stuff. Like, this is what I do this sport for. I ain't doing the, like, mate, as good as it's been. I've had 4 fights now, 2 in Abu Dhabi, 2 in Vegas in the UFC.
Yeah.
And like, last time in Vegas I fought in front of like 200 people. Before that, it was, and the other 3 it was nobody. Like, I ain't doing this to fight in front of nobody. Like, this is a big deal for me. I want to do it to fight in front of 20,000 people at the O2. That's why I'm doing this. So I'm as ready as I can be. I'll never know until I get there, but I feel I'm buzzing for it.
You mentioned Michael Bisping there. He's even said to you, he's tipped you to be the next guy to hold the belt for this country. How great does that feel? And plus, you've got Till in this gym, who he's also said the same thing, and I believe he's still going to become a middleweight world champion. Mike Grundy's right up there as well.
Yeah, Mike Bisping. He's getting like the weird uncle of MMA, isn't he? Like the creepy uncle. You've got to sit on his knee before you sit on his knee, and he'll like stroke your hair before he speaks.
If you get Big Mike's approval, you're doing something good, aren't you?
Yeah, no, I'm joking. Mike's the top guy, obviously. But anytime Mike wants to give me advice, I'm listening. Like, my ears are open, of course. And yeah, I mean, it's great. It's brilliant that he's saying all this stuff, but these are just words. You know what I mean? I've got to go and prove it, and I'm aware of that. I don't let this stuff get to my head. I believe that I'm going to be world champion before anybody ever told me. I was in here, mate, getting battered when I was 14 and thinking I'm going to be world champion. Like, I couldn't even win a frigging round of sparring, never mind a fight. So I believe that the whole time. So it's up, mate. It's always nice to hear good stuff. It's good for the ego, but I don't let it get to my head.
And obviously we've got Colin here as well. I know Colin's got quite a reputation amongst you guys for. Till's even said he not instills fear, but he's the only person that Till's scared of. What's your relationship like with Colin? Because I've not really spoke to you about that, and I don't know what that is sort of like, because Till's always been very vocal about his.
No, we have a good relationship. My dad's very heavily involved as well with my coaching, so they've been around. Like I said, I've been in this gym since I was 14. Now I'm 28, so like half of my life I've been like around. Even if that was before I was properly training, but I know him just like I know my closest family. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously my dad knows me the best, but yeah, we have a great relationship. Like, open, we can chat about anything. You know, he's a great coach. My dad's a great coach, and we just have a good understanding of what we need to improve and get to where we want to go, I think.
And then the heavyweight division as a whole, obviously, a couple of weeks ago we had the main event, the world title match, Gane versus Ngannou. Went differently to a lot of people predicting. A lot of people were counting Ngannou out in that fight. I don't know what you was thinking about that. Was you surprised by Ngannou's performance?
No, I wasn't surprised, because just speaking from my own perspective, like, there's a lot of things that people think that I can't do because people haven't seen them. Like, I've not shown it in a fight. Do you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people think, oh, he can't wrestle, oh, maybe he's got questionable cardio, he's not good off his back, you know, shit like that. But I am good at all that stuff. It's just that I've not had the opportunity to show it before. And like Ngannou has obviously not had the opportunity to show his wrestling and his top control yet, but it doesn't mean that he can't do it just because he's not had the opportunity to show it. So I wasn't really surprised, to be honest. Obviously, if a guy that size and strength gets on top of you, it's going to be difficult to shift him under any circumstances. So I think it was a very smart game plan for him. But I see a lot of people slagging off Cyril Gane. They need to chill out, man, because he's a serious talent.
He's so young in the game as well. Like, he's relatively inexperienced in MMA, isn't he? When you think about it.
What annoyed me the most was I see people slagging him off for going for the leg lock or the heel lock, whatever he went for in the last round. But it's like, he was losing the fight, and then he went for the heel hook or the leg lock or whatever it was. I can't remember. Went for the leg. Yeah. Trying to finish the fight. If you're losing, and why would you not try and finish if you're losing the fight?
And he was in a real difficult position, like you said, to get up off his feet. Obviously, the thing that you're going to do in that situation is try for a submission, aren't you?
Exactly. So leave the poor man alone. He's got massive potential going forward.
He had a lot of kind things to say to you in fight week as well. I saw on your Instagram you posted both of them talking about you. Yeah, just talk to me about that. Gane, obviously, he mentioned you specifically as being alongside him as the future of the division. That's got to be cool.
Yeah, I mean, me and Gane were pretty friendly anyway. Like, we see each other. He's a cool guy. Yeah. So yeah, I know Francis and Gane give me the old, give me the cold shoulder there. So didn't he? I'm all right with that. Yeah, I don't expect him to know who I am. Like, he
knows who you are.
I don't know. He might not. He might not do. I don't know. Doesn't bother me either way. He'll know sooner or later, so I'm not bothered.
His contract situation as well is pretty crazy, isn't it? Because if he decides to sit it out for a while whilst his contract gets sorted out, we've got a position where we could have another interim title. Things go well for you. Do you actually see yourself competing for the belt this year, this calendar year?
I don't know.
I know it's a difficult one to answer.
To be honest, gonna have to give you a boring answer. But
one fight at a time.
Yeah, pretty. Well, you know what? I know what I'm up against.
Yeah.
And I know it's going to be by far. This is by far the biggest fight in my career. By far the toughest guy I've ever fought. And if I start looking past him, mate, I'm in trouble. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm in trouble. So my focus is 100% on Volkov. Nothing past like 19th of March, really. I'm not really thinking about it at all. Like, that's all. Every second I'm awake, that's what I'm thinking about. So even when I'm dreaming about it, so that's this like means a lot to me. So that's all I'm thinking about at the moment.
You said that you always known that this main event slot was going to happen sooner or later, and the spotlight being on you. But now that the spotlight is on you, and that you are the big interview ahead of this fight now. Everyone wants to speak to you. You're the main event. What is that like now in comparison? Because the fight that you had scheduled was on the main card. It was going to be on the main card, weren't it? But it was going to be like about fourth fight from the main event or something like that. So has things changed in terms of maybe the way people are approaching you and things like that?
You know what?
Have you noticed anything?
A little bit. You know what? I just keep my circle dead tight.
Yeah.
I just always keep it tight. I don't listen to anything else.
Yeah.
Like I just got my little group of people, and I just keep it like that. I don't like all the other stuff. Obviously, more people want interviews and stuff like that, but I'm friggin'. I feel like I'm just repeating myself already. I'm still 5 weeks out. Never mind like fight week and stuff. But yeah, just people wanting more interviews. Really, it's nothing.
It's all part of it.
It's all part of it. I'm doing what I can, but like I say, mate, I just keep my circle tight. Like I try not to read comments. I try not to answer people who don't usually speak to and stuff like that. I just keep it as tight as I can because I stick to what you know. Like, I'm doing good. Nothing's broke, so I ain't going to try and fix nothing. I'm just going to keep everything tight and keep to my own little thing, and it's going well for me, so I'll just stick with that.
In my opinion, this is actually the best card that they've ever put on in the UK in terms of talent. Like, in terms of people that I think are going to become world champions or competing for world titles. What's it like having guys like Paddy Pimblett, Molly McCann on your undercard? Like, that's the crowd that them guys are going to generate, as well as yourself, as well as Mike. It's going to be nuts, isn't it?
Do you want me to be honest?
Go on, be honest.
I'll be honest. Couldn't give a shit.
You couldn't give a shit?
No. Oh, that's me being honest.
You just focus
nothing
on yourself.
Against Mike. Mike's over there right now. Good friend of mine.
Yeah.
Nothing against Paddy. Nothing against Molly. Nothing against Arnold Allen. Nothing against Paul Craig. These are all like people I'm friends with. All I'm thinking about is Volkov. That's it. Yeah. I'm not bothered about nothing else. Nothing else matters. That's it. I'm just thinking about my fight, and nothing else is really important to me, to be honest. That's crazy,
but I completely understand it as well. Do you have the fights on in the change room before yours, or are you just completely in the zone? You don't even want to know what's going on?
No, I like to know what's going on, but like when I fight, I'm ice cold.
Yeah.
Like, I'm emotionless.
Yeah.
Nothing can bother me.
Yeah.
Like, outside, there's no outside distraction. Like, I'll watch the fights, I'll enjoy the fights, but I don't like. There's plenty of times, mate, I've fought and a teammate's got knocked out. Now, like 2 fights before mine. If that happens and one of your good friends get knocked out, it's upsetting.
Yeah.
But you have to be in the mind frame where that stuff can't affect you. Like, that outside, it's like all this crowd stuff. There's going to be 20, 30,000 people, whatever. Basically, the whole of Atherton's coming. Basically.
That's crazy.
And I can't consider that stuff. Like, you think I'm going to start freaking crying? Like, I can't think about that stuff. I'm just, like I said, I'm just like cold-blooded and emotionless when it comes to fighting. I'm there to do a job and enjoy myself and win my fight, and that's it.
No, it's good to hear, man. It is good to hear. So just in terms of preparation then, obviously you're going to Holland, and then is it straight back here, or is there anywhere else that you're heading as well?
No, so obviously predominantly my camp is done here. Team Cab on Liverpool, it always is. Got some great sparring partners coming over. Like today, you didn't say you missed it actually, but
big wrestling guys, man.
Mates,
yeah,
big dudes.
That's what you text me as well.
Yeah.
That's obviously a key part of the game plan as well, isn't it? Dealing with obviously bigger guys.
Yeah. So first we had this morning, we had Matt Dutchmel come down, who's like a 4-time world champion Thai boxer, who's 6'6", so he's tall. Then we had like multiple heavyweight wrestlers after that. So I'm preparing here, doing the pads with Colin, doing the training with my dad and my brother, as we always do, and and then we're going over to Holland just to put a few extra tips on it all, do a few extra big bodies and that, but most of my training is always done here.
Last time I spoke to you, from what I remember, you said you still not had any interaction with Dana White. Has that changed since this main event, or are you still dealing with the matchmakers? And how much are you looking forward to picking that guy's brain? Absolute legend of the game, isn't he?
Yeah, I've still never met him. Still never spoke to him. I'm looking forward to meeting him. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. To be honest, I don't even deal with the matchmakers. My management does that. I don't do nothing. Like I just train and that's it. Like I don't do nothing. Yeah. But yeah, I look forward to meeting him. I like meeting people. So obviously he's a legend. And yeah, I look forward to that, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, he came to the Liverpool card last time. I know he has a bit of problem with his. He has a condition where when he flies, he has equilibrium issues.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. He got hit when he was younger. I think he got jumped or something. So hopefully, COVID related issues won't be there or anything. He can be there on fight night, because that would be awesome.
I hope so. I'm not counting on it. I'm not counting on it, but I don't know. I don't know if he will or not. Again, none of this stuff matters to me.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about, I want to put on the best performance. I just want to put on a good performance, and that's it. I'm not bothered about nothing else.
I have to ask you as well, good friend of yours who you trained with a long time ago, Tyson Fury, the Dillian Whyte fight looks like it's going to happen.
Yes.
How great of a matchup is that from your perspective, and how do you see that one going?
You see that bag over there?
Is that you got Volkov's chin on it?
Yeah, any bag.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, not that one.
Yeah.
Tyson might as well just hit that. Yeah. That's how hard the fight's going to be. He'll school him. It's absolutely school him. His level's above him. And it's nothing against Dillian Whyte, do you know what I mean? I think he's good, but Tyson is he's just miles better than anybody. Like, I've seen him spar so much in the gym. He's just miles better than anybody I've ever seen, so yeah, easy win for Tyson.
That's good stuff, man, and I really appreciate your time. We'll leave it there. I know that I've been on to you, I've been mithering you, and I'm going to put that on record on camera.
Okay.
I've probably been the most annoying man ever.
No, not at all.
I appreciate your time, man.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.